Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a hips and glutes strengthen stretch. So a lot of glute inner and outer thigh work, as well as some stretching to kind of find that balance between strength and stretch. That's really important when trying to grow stronger muscles and joints and for the longevity of your health. We'll go ahead and get started in a tabletop position when you're ready. Taking the hands right underneath your shoulders, the hips over your knees. We'll start with some hip circles on your right side. So let's open that right hip open to the right, back, and down. I'm drawing little circles around in one direction. If you're sensitive on the wrists, then I recommend coming down onto your left forearm and kind of opening around in the direction. If you're on your hands, notice it's a little bit more challenging not to rock the weight to your left side. Let's reverse the direction. So that core has to activate a little bit more to be really active through your entire upper back as we roll that hip around in its hip socket, trying not to change what's happening on the left side. Last two, and one. Now we'll all come down onto that left forearm. So the hands are stacked. Your gaze is towards those hands, shoulders out of the ears. Extend your right leg back behind you and then slowly bend, pull it back in. Finding extension to the front of the hip, we squeeze the back of your thigh right where the hamstring and glute meet and kind of hover it in right beside your left. You'll start to notice that back of the leg, the glute starts to fire up. Want to make sure that the elbow is stacked right underneath your shoulders. We're strong and supported with the upper body the entire time. Here's 6. Find your breath. Core is really active as we move in and out. For 4, 3, 2. This one, hold the leg straight behind you. Sweep the leg over to the right, gaze towards right toes, and sweep it back. Again, sweep it to the right. Try to keep it lifted as high as you can. That's where we'll strengthen into that outer thigh and hip. We gaze to the foot as it sweeps over. We gaze to the mat as it sweeps behind. The neck is long and in line with our spine. We're here for 6. Core stays really tight to help support that movement, not dipping into our left side as we sweep and center. For 3, 2. So when we hold the leg out to the side, bend your knee, pull it in, open and kick, bend and close. Open, kick, bend and close. Now really kind of fatiguing that outer hip joint, so we lift, hold, maybe kick and bend. Where you'll feel that outer thigh, that mid glute have helped to support the shape. Your left side should be fired up as well. I'm feeling it a little bit in my chest as well, kind of helping to support that shape so I don't topple over to my left side. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly keep that leg open. Just plant the foot to the floor and then send your hip back to your heel. Now is where we'll stretch a little bit into that inner thigh, into your hip. We'll come up to stand on the knee. Turn your right toes to face the right side. I'll face towards you so you can see kind of where we're going. Right toes face out to an extension of the leg. We'll bend into your right knee. Take the elbow against the thigh, maybe open up across the hip. Stretching deeply within that right hip. Take the hands down. Turn to face your right toes. So now your entire body faces that right thigh. Untuck your back toes. Take the hands to your thigh and push the chest away from your right thigh. Rolling the shoulders back and open. Dipping into that left hip flexor. Core stays tight. We're lifting the belly button up and away from the thigh. Take your hands down. To straighten out through your front leg, kind of adjust that heel a little forward or back so that your back hip is stacked over back knee, chest is open, maybe fold forward. Now finding that deep stretch through the hamstring. If you're looking to add a little stretching routine into your practice, these are great stretches to hold for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Finding that depth in your shape, that's where your body's able to release a bit deeper into the fascia, kind of break up the tightness. We'll re-bend your right knee. This time spin open to the side of your foot and maybe gently push your right knee away from you, feeling a stretch through that outer glute and hip. Two more deep breaths in and out. And slowly come back, step your right knee back. We'll come back in that table shape. This time we open to those left side circles. Your left knee opens out, back and down, drawing as large of a circle around in one direction as you can without dipping into your right side. So we kind of feel that that right waist starts to crease a little bit or pushes towards the right side of the room. That's a good indication to come down onto that elbow or to make your circles a little smaller. Let's reverse the direction. Core stays tight. Try not to let that belly or rib cage drop towards the mat as you open and close. Bringing some blood flow, some mobility to your hip before we really get into strengthening of that glute joint. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We'll all come down onto that right forearm. Hands are stacked. Crown of the head reaches forward. We extend your left leg back and then pull it in. Reach and kick with control, not letting the belly drop towards the floor. Extend, reach, and slow bend. You're going to find length through the legs. We're squeezing into the hip right where it meets your hip crease, the back of the thigh. Creating length in the front of this hip flexor as well. Working that hinge in and out. Here's 6. For 5, moving with breath. Exhale, 4, 3, 2. This one will hold lifted. Sweep the leg over to the left, gaze to the toes, and realign, gaze down. Sweep, open, and slowly sweep back. And you can always stay bent if that feels a little bit better on your back. We're mostly opening up to that hip joint, working to challenge your outer thigh and glute by holding it lifted. Here's 7. I'm already starting to feel my right glute, my opposite side, fire up as that's my stabilizing side. It's working to prevent me from rocking all the way over to the right. Here's 3, 2. This one we hold to the side, bend your knee, lower it down, lift open, kick, bend, and lower. Open, kick, bend, and lower. Finding that control, the kick is optional. Take that kick out if you're feeling anything in the head or kind of like you're scrunching into the shoulders. I want you to continually check in with the shape of your upper body and core as we move your lower half. If the upper body and core active, this easily turns into a full body movement. Feeling it in our waist, in our chest, our triceps, and shoulders. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll hold that leg extended. Sit the hip back to your heels, stretch through the inner thigh. Then come up to stand on your knee. Your left toes find extension from the left hip. Bend into that knee. So we take your left elbow down, maybe open across with your right. Breathing space into that hip joint. And slowly take both hands down, turn to face your left thigh, square off the hips and shoulders, both hands to the left thigh as you gently push the chest away, create length of the front of your right hip flexor, drawing up and in through the lower belly, pull the shoulders back. Those deep cycles of breath will help you to align your body, help to deepen into your stretch. Now that we've strengthened and found the work, we find the ease. Gently take the hands down to the floor. Work to find length of your front leg, adjusting the heel forward or back so that your back, hip, and knee are stacked. You can always take something underneath the hands like little blocks or books if that hamstring is quite tight. The goal is to hinge from the hip, keep the spine long like your heart is pulling forward towards the foot. And we'll slowly bend into the knee. Take the hands on the inside of the foot as you roll to the outer edge, letting that left hip fall open. Maybe pressing gently into that left thigh if you'd like to deepen stretch through your left hip. Relax the shoulders. Allow yourself to just be. Maybe notice how this side feels compared to the other side. Letting yourself notice and observe without the need to change or constantly tweak. From here, we'll turn this into a little surfer's lunge. So you'll plant that left foot down and just open up to your right. So your left toes face slightly to the left side, right toes face up. You can always sit on top of a block if you'd like, back into that inner thigh. Maybe challenge your balance, hands to heart center. Can we rock over to your right? Sit into that right hip, left toes face up. Spine is long. One time over to your left. Then your last time over to the right. Roll those shoulders back, open up. Take the hands down, equal weight in both feet, fold in. Let yourself hang between the thighs. Then walk the feet close towards each other. Cross your left foot in front of your right. Open up your chest. Maybe fold forward. Back to center and slowly switch. Right foot in front of your left. Fold in. And slowly bend your knees, sit into a comfortable seated position. Taking your hands together at heart center. I thank you all for joining me for this hip and glute stretch and strength, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.